Hey everyone, Sam Signorelli, H1 Fencing. Welcome back to Can Haz Armory. This time, a review of a product that has been out for a while, and also a follow-on to that product that is very good, has not hit the market yet, and should be pretty soon. Stand by. Okay, so here we are. A number of years ago, a gentleman named Ricardo Garcia out of Barcelona came out with a new Epee Point Screw, which used to be mounted on this screwdriver. Okay, and it was a hollow screw. Both ends were threaded with a small little collar so it wouldn't bottom out and short to the interior shaft of the tip. You put my little macro lens on real quick and get a close look at one. So here is the screw. And people who've been out for a while at EPS recognize this. That's actually, it's a good screw. The amount of control you have with this is really nice. It's so much easier to put this screw in than compared to a standard screw because it doesn't flop around or whatnot. Ricardo, however, has updated the driver. So what he did was come out with this. Okay, this is the driver. This is not the tip because that's actually reversed. So I'm going to take about I think a 1.5 millimeter Allen key, and put that around. Okay, put the macro back on, and here's the tip. And you can see it is similar to the other one, but it's a bit more robust. It has a nice little rib down the center, a bit stronger metal. It'll probably handle the torque of tightening in a way the other one would not. But the screw mounts on it just the same. Inside you have storage. In fact, if you unloosen this all the way to slips inside, it just falls into an open hole. Easy to get out. There's nothing in there except air, but you can put in extra screws, points, springs, whatever. That's what Ricardo recommends. And it has a little rubber seal on it, so it stays in there. Very, very nice, actually. I found this easier to work with because it's a little bigger for my hands, a little easier to work with than the small plastic one. I also got better grip with these knurls. But that's it for the Epee screw. It's been a very good screw for me. I've used it very, very frequently since it came out. In fact, it's my default screw when I'm rewiring. And one thing this control gives you is if I have to put a screw in real quick, and even if my hands are shaking, get it in there. So you're trying to put a screw in, your hands are shaking, you can't get the screw to line up. With this thing, it's right in there real quick. Now, what Ricardo also did, which is the new product, was come with a different screw that is smaller. And the reason it's smaller is because it is for a German foil point. It's really hard to get a view on this. The macro lens. There it goes. That's a German foil screw. Okay, fits in a German foil point. Same kind of control you get with the Epee screw. Actually more important in a lot of ways, because the problem you have with German foil points is unlike Epee where you have that slot that helps hold the screw kind of in place where you're trying to line it up, foil doesn't have that. These are not countersunk. There's no edge to help guide you in. It's simply basically a flat surface, and sometimes it's really, really hard to get the screw lined up properly. It's one of my least favorite things to do. However, with this driver, easy lining up on it. Backing out's easy, and when I take it out, it stays on. Getting it back in, again, also very easy. If I can get this here, I'm working around the phone here. And there we are. That screw insertion sometimes can take 4 or 5 minutes if you can't let the screw line up. That was nothing. So that itself is worth the price of admission for the screw. It is very narrow. It's very small manufacturing. Whoever got to make the screws did a fantastic job. And there are times when you're doing maintenance that time's of the essence. And this system, between the Epee version and now the foil version can save a lot of time over the course of a day when you're a single person operation like I am. So he comes up and needs an Epee screw real quick. You can slam it in there. Foil screw, if I need to get out and put it, if I have to replace a chewed up screw, real easy. I can see one advantage to this. With this screw on the new Epee, on the the next generation tip that FTF came out, the surface, the screw sits pretty almost flush with the surface of the barrel. They can still get smashed down to the point where they have a hard time getting out. You can't get a screwdriver slot in there sometimes. You can't cut it. This one I can see, if you have a smashed screw, you can probably still force this in here enough to get it to come out. A note about these screws will work with the traditional German points as well as the next generations. It will probably work with an absolute copy of this. They will not work with the Belgian tips. These are the German points with the French retaining system because the screws are too wide there. Also, that while these will engage the collar on a French tip, it will not work correct because it's not designed to hold steady against the barrel, and you have it intermittent. So just use these on German points. To my knowledge, the only vendors that be carrying them on the big guys are Absolute and Fencing Post. At this time, they're not on their website. They should be soon. I will be carrying these for my own use. I'll also be farming these out to some armorers. I already asked them to see if they want a copy of them and evaluate them. For me, the thought process behind this is just as good as for Epee. I can see a lot of benefit from it, and I'm going to be giving these a test drive on any weapons I put together, especially if I have to replace a screw. And again, the new Epee Point Screw, probably the new foil point screw now. As always, happy armoring.